All right, what is going on, guys? Welcome to Silver Age Sunday. I'm Cookie. This is the second time doing Silver Age Sunday on my channel, so thank you guys for tuning in. I have some amazing backstage guys who are hanging out right now, part of the mightiest panel of them all. So I'm going to bring them in because I don't know how to keep talking and talking and talking by myself. If you guys know my podcast, you know that I can't talk to myself too long. So I'm going to introduce these guys in. We got first Magic Lasso.
Hey, how are you doing?
Doing very well. How are you doing, brother?
I'm doing good. This is my first appearance on Silver Age Sunday, and although he's not here, I dedicate this appearance to Javi, who is probably at a McDonald's somewhere eating chicken nuggets and French fries.
Exactly.
And this
Awesome.
is Teen Titans, Volume 1, Issue 13, their big Christmas issue, a Silver Age book that I have always wanted to own my entire life and finally have my own floppy copy of it. I've had reprints of it for years, but finally have my own copy of it now, and I love it. So
That
super
thing is
stoked
sweet.
to have this in the collection.
Very, very awesome, dude. Thank you so much for being here, sir.
Yeah.
And then we're going to also add in, the Silver Age wouldn't be the Silver Age without this guy. So Cantonese Comic Kid, what's going on, Jeff?
Not much. Went
Awesome,
to a
brother.
con yesterday with Steve and Jim. Well, Jim said he'll jump on if he makes it home in time. So
Sweet deal.
let's see. But
Awesome
I
stuff.
picked up a bunch of Vampy, so I got a bunch of Vampy to show in a little bit. I got a bunch of some modern age books to show. So we'll be okay. And then I got some birthday gifts to show from
Awesome
Steve
stuff.
and from some other people. So we'll be good.
Let's see. Let's pull out a book or two. Let's see what you got right now.
All right, got some. Let's show some Vampies off. All righty. The stuff that I picked up yesterday, the 9 books I picked up yesterday. Now I'm 37 away from getting it done. Issue 30. One of her allies makes her first appearance in this one is Panthera, the one that the anamorphic one that is an Egyptian queen that can change into a panther. Is her
Awesome.
first appearance in is issue 30. So this is a major issue. So got that one out of the way. Then this is the student of Frank Frazetta, Ken Kelly, or it's related to her his wife. So it's like a cousin or something like that of the wife. That's good. That's who Ken Kelly is to him. And this is a Ken Kelly cover. And now I can't stop looking at this damn cover after Not Near Mint goes, is that underwear or is that bush? Yeah, thanks to Not Near Mint. Now, but like Rob was saying, it's probably underwear. It wouldn't be if it was bush, it would be a lot worse. But and then one of Robert's favorite colors, another Ken Kelly cover.
That's sick.
Because
Oh, I can see the tentacle. Is that what is that in the background?
that's supposed to be a creature, but I'm not really sure what type of creature it is. I think it's a half of a. It looks a half elephant and half alien. It could be
That's
from Draculon. You never know. I gotta read I gotta read this one to see if it's from Draculon or what it is. Oh, that's not good.
Lost you.
Damn, hold on. Damn camera keeps going out. It don't like me today.
All good. Well, I know you had WrestleMania over by you, which I
Yeah.
caught glimpses of it. I haven't watched wrestling in quite some time, and of course, I was watching the Tone, so I was like,
Yeah.
man, Tone or WrestleMania. I'm like, I'm gonna go with the Tone. So I was tuning in for that last night, and that was a lot of fun, man. A lot of big books.
I hope that Boat can show up because I know that he met Sergeant Slaughter, and I want to know how that experience was.
For sure. I'm excited to like really get to talk to him. Yeah, because it's been a while since we've done Silver Age. It's been way too long. So, Jeff, you're muted still.
Okay. It's been way too long, man. But I understand. You know what I mean? Because Javi has to work. You know, he has a new job, so that's understandable. Just
For sure.
gives us that next time. Just give us heads up which one of us has to run it.
All good. I'm gonna try to run it like as much as I can when I am free.
Yeah. But and then pick this one up. Yesterday.
That's nice.
Mm-hmm. Well,
I
just grabbed most of my favorite covers. These are some of my favorite covers that I like. So I grabbed them, but he still has a bunch that I can grab. Like I said, I'm only 37 away, so I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do after I get done. I'll
I
probably
was
take a
about to
break.
ask you the same thing. What are you gonna do next?
Yeah, I'm probably gonna take a break for at least a month or 2 months until until we gotta do the until we hang out again, and well, you guys are probably gonna go, oh, you should get this Frazetta cover. That's probably what's gonna end up happening. I'll probably end
You could
up
start.
collecting
You
Frazetta
could start
stuff,
working
maybe.
on our list.
Yeah, yeah. And then this one, Robert really liked
Heck
because of the
yeah.
octopus. She don't need no diving apparatus at least. But I see this is one of my favorites.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, you can see the castle, and you can tell it's like painted, and a skull down there, and then her diving. So that's pretty cool.
Okay, I have a question about that cover.
Hmm.
Is that cover which because that reminds me so much of that showcase DC cover with Dolphin and her first
Hmm.
appearance. Which came
Yeah,
first?
I think this either they both came at the same. I think they both came at the same time. I believe. I have to
Really, because
research
those
it.
covers are very similar.
Yeah, I have to research it. But I won't
Yeah,
doubt if this one came first and then that one came right after it. So I wouldn't doubt it because they copied each other back then a lot. You know what I
yeah, they
mean? So I
did.
wouldn't doubt it. And then I freak like I'm not sure if this is the mail away edition because since there's an X here, but I have to research it. But because you used to be able to mail away for these guys, so I'm not sure if the barcode's not marked, if it was, you know what I mean, if it was you got it from the store or whatever. But that's I have to do my research to see if the X stands for like, oh, hey, this was a mail away one or something there. So maybe I can start a fad with all these, huh? The now people are gonna be looking for like mail away Vampy magazines. And then look how
There you
hard
go.
those are gonna be to find.
For sure.
Get it? Yep. And then the 110. So this is the last issue that I need to finish off the back end of it. So
That's awesome too. I love
yeah,
how it's painted. It looks so freaking sick.
yeah. I wouldn't mind having it on the t-shirt, but I don't know if I would get a
Get in
cease and
trouble.
desist. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yep. And
Well, I
then
know
I
that
said,
you have a couple of Evil Ernies, so maybe you can go and do
yeah.
Evil Ernie after you're done with Vampy.
Well, I'm only missing one out of that whole run too. I'm missing
Oh
issue
wow.
four out. I'm only
And then you're
missing
done.
issue four out of that run. And guess what? I got the damn the whole run over at Tate's over there in
Oh
Miami.
really? Oh
Yeah,
nice.
I looked up and I'm like, oh, look at that. It's a three and five. Oh, and then I
Yeah.
grabbed it, and then Steve goes, "All you're missing is four." Now whenever you see a four at the show, just grab it.
And
That's
then
it.
you're
And then I
golden.
grab this Mike Crone cover by J.P. Roth. The story's by J.P. Roth, and it's called AD. Then issue 9, one of my favorite covers out of that run.
Very cool.
Because it reminds me of the lady because he's done a Lady at the Lake one where she's there has blue hair and she's coming out of the lake, and it's a Mike Crone cover. It's the same cover almost. It's just the chick has blue hair, and she's turned different, but she's turned this way
Mhm.
instead of this way.
It has that
Instead of
Phantom style feel to it.
yeah. But
For sure.
she looks like Slave Leia in the water because the thing looks like a slave. You know how Slave Leia
The little
had the
bikini
boat.
thing, yeah.
Yeah. At the bottom. That's what it looks like. And then
I
I
thought it
pick up
looked a
this.
little Red Sonja-ish.
That too.
Yeah. That too. And then I picked this Vampy up. Yep, it is. It's another Mike. Yeah, Mayhew. Like
Okay.
this is another Mike artist, Mike Mayhew, and he did the interiors and the outeriors of this run.
Sweet deal.
So, yeah. So it actually looks like this inside the book. So
Oh, that's cool then. That's real cool.
yeah. And the modern times, the only time that she held two guns, but back then she held a AK-47 before. You've seen the cover, so that's pretty much what I got. Oh, and the birthday gifts from Steve, 9/6. You know,
That's
leg
awesome.
cover. Yep, Adam Hughes. A 9/8 goes for freaking almost $1,000, man. So, and then we looked at it; it hasn't been pressed or cleaned. So imagine if I press it, clean it, and it comes back a 9/8. Dude, the price differences in between the 9/6 and the 9/8 is freaking ridiculous on this one. And then another Joe Jusco Vampy. Thanks to Hobby for starting me on the Joe Jusco boat. So, but this is one of my favorite Jusco covers too. So, yep, that's all I picked up this week. That's it. It was a lot of books.
I think Cookie went out for some chicken nuggets and French fries.
Uh-oh. That's not good.
Well,
I
we can
think,
say
yeah.
hi to Captain Comics, who's in the chat.
Hey, Captain. Well,
How you doing there? Ahoy.
when our regular host comes back, we'll take care of you. We'll take care of this. But
In the
I think
meantime, Jeff, in the meantime, maybe you could do an interpretive dance for us since you're on screen.
yeah, but like the storm's pretty bad out this way. That's what happened. He just lost power.
Oh, that will do it.
So how's this gonna work? I wish I could actually, host it, but that's gonna be an issue.
And right now, it's just on you until
Until either
he comes back.
somehow he pops back in, or
Yeah.
well, huh. Uh,
And I think Jeff possibly might be frozen now. So I'm assuming you can hear my voice. If you can, give me a say-so in the chat. That would be awesome. In the meantime, I will tell you, since we have time to kill, you are looking at Jeff, the Cantonese Comic Kid. You are listening to Magic Lasso, the voice of Lasso. For those that don't know me or aren't familiar with me, I have my own YouTube channel. I'm almost at 450 subs. Oh, there I am. I'm almost at 450 subs. I am one away. I'm at 449. So that's pretty awesome to be close to another milestone. And soon after that, we will be making that path to 500. It's on me. I'm just going to show some books. How about that? Let's start out with this one. We have a Superman comic. Nice Bronze Age. So really good story with Rose and Thorn. I've become a fan of the Rose and Thorn character for watching her in the backup features and reading her in the backup features of the Silver and Bronze Age Lois Lane comic book. So this was like a little one-shot off appearance she made after the Lois Lane comic book had wrapped up a few years later. So very underused character, I think, too. So really enjoyed this issue. Here's a Superman. This is a volume 3, and what's interesting for me, at least, having this Superman issue, which was an AOK from Comics for Thomas, this means that I now have a Superman comic in every volume that they've released. So, of course, he thought of me with the Justice League appearance and Wonder Woman there. So that's cool. I have Superman the Wedding Album. Hard to see, but it's got a nice little embossed S as my O-ring reflects on it. This has always been a very interesting a book, Superman number 349. I'll show the cover first, and I'll talk to you about why. So this is not an Elseworlds tale. This is not another Earth or another dimension. This are the genders of Superman, Supergirl, and Wonder Woman, all reversed.
I made it back. Of course, it would happen to me.
If this had been anybody else, I would have felt that I was set up. So, and then of course, you know, Jeff goes out, and I'm going, okay. So Superman is Superwoman, Supergirl is Superboy, and the male Wonder Woman is Wonder Warrior. And as I said, it's a very interesting. It's a one-issue story. Check it out sometime. It's an interesting read, and the villain who's responsible for this happening. And inside too, you ain't seen nothing until you've seen the male version of Black Canary called Black Condor. No fishnets, but still a little skippy outfit like the Black Canary wears.
Absolutely, that's pretty sweet. I apologize, my friend. I'm like just sitting there like, no. And then my wife texts me. She's like, sad face. I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. And it was like bright and sunny this morning. I look out, and now it's like pitch black.
And then it was stuck on Jeff.
And then he went out. I was watching it.
And then he went out, but I think people could hear me, but they couldn't see me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, this is interesting.
Great times, man. Absolute great times.
Hey, Rod's here in the chat too. How you doing, Just a Rican in his comics, my friend? Saying hi to you.
What's going on, sir? And then for those who are watching this right after my show, definitely hop over to Rod because he's going to be doing his shout out show. Yeah. So definitely check him out because he's an awesome dude.
Yeah, very much.
For sure. I have.
And now I think Cookie has froze. So I'll continue showing some books. This is, oh, maybe you're not froze.
We'll do that.
Okay.
So hopefully everything works out. I'll keep this on for right now. See what happens.
All right. Go ahead with what you were saying.
So I have some books.
Biggie. Salute, Biggie Shack.
What is going on, brother? I ended up picking this up on New Comic Book Day. I was really stoked about it. Beta Ray Bill. I had the chance to read it. It is really, really good. I enjoyed it quite a bit. It makes you feel for Beta Ray Bill a lot and how he's always in the shadow of Thor and constantly being second place or even third place sometimes because, of course, you have Loki. And it's like he always wants All Father's like his blessing, if you will. And you get to see his struggle with trying to come to grips of finding his own path in reality. And I won't say any more than that. It's a really good read if you get the chance to pick it up.
Hey, speaking of Thor, did you see that Silver Age book that Stone Cold Steve shared on his Instagram? That journey.
I sure did. Son of a gun.
That was awesome.
Absolutely,
that was
man.
Really awesome.
For sure. I have Silk. I haven't read yet, but it's on my list to go and read. I have her first appearance, so I'm really happy to go and read like an origin story of her, just like a standalone type of thing. And we might have a good guy who just popped back with us.
You know, my internet went out too, man. So you're not right after that. My internet went out. I'm like, holy shit, man!
It's the Florida boys, man. So yeah. I'm praying to God that Rod's show goes smoothly and nothing happens to him during his time.
Yeah,
for sure. I got put onto this book by Brian from Take the Time Collectibles.
Oh yeah,
I have not read it yet because it is a square bound. I'm nervous about it, and it is a variant cover. I do want to read it, so I'm just nervous about getting it. I might actually just go and buy another copy of it, be able to go and read that one and keep this one kind of pristine.
It's expensive.
It's nice, dude. I might take this one with me to try to get graded. That's my goal.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so we'll see each other next weekend. So we'll be live and in person next weekend.
For sure. I'm excited, dude. I told Ryan about this a while ago. There was a con by me, and I won't say the name, but it was a piece of crap con.
Oh, don't worry about don't worry about the one we're going to, because our boy Tom, the one our dealer guy, told us it's gonna be dealers up the wazoo, and it's only $5, so that's it, better than the one toy con we just.
That's awesome. Because the one I went to was $30, and there was 10 short boxes. They were all dollar boxes, or dollar books, I should say, and there was literally nothing in there that I wanted to buy. Absolutely nothing that I wanted to buy. So I was bummed. I was ticked off. There was maybe 19 tables total.
Oh,
out of the 19.
You remember that little Carmen? Me, you, Javi, Hialeah,
yes,
Steve, 1, 2. That crap. Again. Oh, was that me or was that Cookie this time?
I think that he's frozen now.
Oh, okay. I
So,
thought I was because I thought you guys were not moving at a second. I'm like, oh crap.
so Jeff,
Yeah,
did you see that we had there was a con, what was it, in Alabama that's this weekend? And there was a lot of the YouTubers got a chance
yeah,
to meet too, like Two Brothers Comics and
yeah,
Southern Comic Geek and Comic Fu and
yeah,
Lady Fantastic. I think that's
yeah,
so cool when everyone gets a chance to hang out and spend
hmm,
some in-person time together. We
yeah,
all don't have it like you Florida people do. We're also jealous of you.
yeah, yeah. Well,
But you do have the comic book G spot, which I mean,
We do.
that right there alone makes up for a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
mhm.
and by the way, Jeff, your show with him last night featuring Man Cave was so good. I
Yeah.
Yeah,
just
yeah.
enjoyed it so much.
Because no, the funniest thing was same thing that happened right now. The damn internet kept going out. I'm like,
Yeah,
crap. Because I haven't had internet issues for a while, but since the storm came in, man, it's like we've been having left and right. Like every time I would hop on with you guys, it would douche. Yeah,
It'd be out. Yeah.
I'm
I'm
like,
gonna say
oh,
hi to Mike and Riley, Downright Nerdy Podcast, who are in the chat.
hey.
What is going
Hello, you.
on? How are you guys doing? And I have a show
Mhm.
with them later on tonight, so God
Yeah,
willing, I'll be able to do the show with them.
talking about Mortal Kombat, the original.
I am so happy, man. That was it was a fun watch. I will not lie
Mhm.
to you.
So
It's
And
you've
of course,
never
it,
seen you never
oh, I've
seen it
seen it.
before. Okay.
I've seen it. Yeah, I loved it, and watching it again, I loved it, and I loved how cheesy it is.
Mm-hmm.
Michael was
Yeah.
on with No Good Comics yesterday too on the Collector's Origins, which was so good too.
Oh
For
Um,
yeah,
sure.
yeah.
I had no idea that he was a country music listener like myself, so
Mm.
it felt good not to feel alone. Although Cookie, I know you like
Well,
it too.
Yes, I do.
you're not alone. I like it too. It's just
Oh, you do? Good,
yeah,
Joe.
yeah,
Good.
yeah.
I
You're not
don't feel
gonna
I don't feel so
yeah.
alone then.
Nah. I
I'll
listen to
have someone to
everything
go to
because I
concert,
wanted to be
go
a
see Reba in
yeah,
concert with.
yeah, I wanted to be a what was it, music producer originally. So I listened to
Oh,
almost
cool.
everything. Yeah, so that's what I originally wanted to do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Awesome stuff.
That didn't that didn't go where I wanted.
yeah. Hey, Mastodon. Mastodon's in the chat too.
What's
Hey,
going on,
hey.
Macedon? So I'm gonna try to finish
Florida's
off
having
some of these
internet
books.
issues. Yeah,
Yeah, this is all off my phone, so bear with me, guys. I
you're
do
good.
apologize.
Okay.
I have shaky hands.
Mm.
That was issue 47, and of course, these are all on my CLZ app loaded up. We
Yeah.
have issue 40.
What are you exactly missing now out of that?
I,
Anything out of that run?
I still have a handful that I have to go and do because I think it's
Okay.
it's it's a lot of books.
Yeah.
I want to say I'm maybe about halfway or a little bit more than halfway on completed the run.
Okay.
And I've been reading them. They've been enjoyable. They do get like very very out there with
Cheesy.
the storylines. Yeah, with the cheesy. There's a
Mm.
lot of reading. Roy Thomas, especially in the beginning, he's a good writer. Don't get me wrong, but it's just like he didn't have a lot of information to go off of to go and write the story of Star Wars. So he had like a basic premise, and the artwork doesn't match what you know, like the lightsabers for Jedi are red instead of like
Uh,
being green or blue or the one purple that we know. So this is issue 30.
mm.
Issue 87. I love this cover. Issue 66. Issue 25.
Nice.
And then the last one is issue 29. So I've been putting a solid dent to it. Loving it though. It's enjoyable.
Yeah. So well, I'm gonna tell you and Hailey the same thing. Make sure to have cash because Tom's
Oh
gonna
yeah,
be there, and knowing you guys are gonna be digging through Tom's boxes and go, oh, I need this, I want this, I need this, or what's that up there?
for sure.
Yeah.
So, Cookie, with the popularity of the Star Wars comic books now, have you noticed that it's harder to either find in your price point the back issues that you're missing?
Absolutely. When I went to Brian's shop, which is called Phil's Comics,
Yeah.
Mhm.
my local shops suck, so I drive to him, and I
Yeah.
love hanging out with him. We talk all the time. We spend hours. I've talked to you when I'm driving to him, and I'll
Yep.
hang out
Yeah.
for an hour or so, and then I'll talk back to you on the way back home. So
Mhm.
um, I love going to his shop, and he used to have, I'll probably say like maybe 2 or 3 long boxes full of Star Wars. Now I rated it because there was a half a short box left. That was it.
Wow.
There was nothing left for Star Wars books, and it spanned from, of course, Dark Horse Star Wars to regular Marvel to the new volumes of Star Wars, Darth Vader. All that stuff was just wiped out, completely wiped out. So it's been tough. Thank God I've already had for the most part, the majority of the major keys, like the expensive ones. So I'm pretty good on that.
Same thing with this one. The movie got announced. I'm glad I have at least 80% of that run. This run.
There you go.
Yeah. So I'm happy about that.
For sure. So yeah, it's been a challenge to say the least, because I do have, I think maybe 3 or 4 different minor keys that I need to pick up, and everything else is just filler issues that I need to go and grab, and then I'll be done with the run. And then I got to figure out what I'm going to go for next. Kind of like Jeff, I got to figure out what I'm going to do next.
Yeah, me too. Because I'm not even sure if I want to do Frazetta, my favorite Frazetta, pick up my favorite Frazetta covers, or Aries. I don't even know what the hell I want to do next. Or
See, I've got my hands in so many different pots that knowing it's just a matter of where I'm focusing my attention, but
there's 2 things I'm missing. The Eva Ernie one, I'm only missing issue 4, so that's probably one I'm gonna grab real quick next. Then that's done. And then right now Saga isn't hot right now, so I might just pick up Saga 1 for right now, because since it's cheap, you know what I mean? Because I wanted issue 1. I've always wanted issue 1, because I've always get pissed off about this book, because I was talking crap about Saga way in the beginning, and I go, oh, I'm not gonna like this shit, and then grab the damn first volume. Guess what happened?
now everything's spiked. Yeah.
Yeah, everything's spiked, and I like it, and I'm like, son of a bitch.
And then Mastodon actually put a comment in there saying that once upon a time he actually wanted a record store. There's a record store not too far from me. I walked in and I was blown away, because they had not just records, they had 8-tracks, they had cassettes, they had players, so you can literally just like hook up. They had like a lounge upstairs, so you can literally just chill out and plug in your headphones. They had headphones you can use, put on a record on there, put in an 8-track, and just jam out. And I remember walking in, they had a case, and in the case they had a Star Wars vinyl, and it blew my mind away, because it was signed by Carrie Fisher, Mark Hamill, and then John Williams. All 3 signed it. And I was like, and I just bought like a stack of comics. I was like, how much is this one going for? And then he just started to laugh at me. And I was like, no, seriously, how much is he going for? He's like, it's a lot of money. And I was like, well, what's a lot of money? And this is like this is before all of the Star Wars stuff, as far as the new Star Wars films came out. So this was like on the hype of, hey, a new Star Wars is going to come out. Everybody wants anything. I think he was asking $3,000 for it.
Wow.
Yeah. Well. Now that price is probably way out there now.
Exactly. Especially with,
like, we were like me, Steve, and a bunch of other guys were talking at a shop. Like, they were saying, Wall Street guys are getting involved in our collecting. Bitcoin guys are getting in our collecting. Card guys are getting in our collecting. Like Steve was saying, card guys are used to getting 10s. So they're going to pay top dollar for a 9.8, because they know 9.8 is the highest they can get in comics. Then Bitcoin, I was explaining to Bitcoin guys, if you guys don't understand what Bitcoin is, Bitcoin you can't use. The purse, you can't use it unless you spend it. And guess what? If they have $10,000 in Bitcoin, they're gonna try to liquidate the damn book, make it into $10,000, so they can have it $10,000 there. But that book is not worth. Yeah, but that book's not worth $10,000. But they're gonna make that son of a bitch worth $10,000.
Exactly.
So it's because then their Bitcoin is liquid. Then they can actually move their Bitcoin. You know, they can actually use their Bitcoin.
For sure. And Magic, did you have any books you wanted to show off? Because I know I missed you during part of it.
Yeah, I can show off some more. I've got a huge stack of stuff. What I've been reading in the last couple of days, I'm in this big Green Lantern phase from the early part of the Bronze Age, when he was co-starring with Green Arrow. So I recently got a stack of a whole bunch of these books, and I've been reading them the last couple of days too, and really enjoying them. This one's got such a fantastic cover here that features Sinestro.
That's nice.
Yep. Internet
And
went out
then,
again.
story continues in the next issue with this one.
What's your favorite Green Lantern core? Because I know there's a handful of them out there. Do you have a particular one that you associate yourself with?
I'm partial to Hal Jordan.
Okay.
But these stories are just so good. And, I found in one night, I read 5 of them in one night.
Nice.
So I was just so into them. This era, especially right here, this storyline.
I love that cover.
And here
I've seen
we
that
have
cover a handful of times. It's so nice.
Do you notice? And I'm gonna put the book up a little bit closer. Tell me what is unusual about one of the characters on this cover.
His face, Green Arrow's face, his eyes.
Yeah.
He's not wearing his mask.
Not wearing his mask, and it looks like he doesn't have eyes on there.
He doesn't
His
have.
beard?
He doesn't
His
have
beard.
He has his beard up here.
Right.
Yeah, doesn't have
Here-
the beard.
Oh
beard.
yeah, his no beard.
Look
And
at
that's
that.
actually part of the story.
Oh.
Really?
Here we have Green Lantern versus Green Arrow.
And look, he has his beard again.
Yep, it regrew. Here is 104.
Real
Then
nice.
we have 106.
Hmm.
And the final one in this run of Green Lantern, Green Arrows is 115, and I love this cover.
Oh, that's cool. That is
Yeah.
real cool.
So these are some of the books I've been enjoying the last couple of days or so.
Sweet deal. Good stuff.
Mm.
Let me shout out the chat real quick. Comic Burrito, if you guys are still here, thank you guys for popping in. I actually have a win that I got from them, which I'm going to try to open up. I don't know how I'm going to open it up, but I'll try to figure out how to do that. And then we have
What?
Mr. G-Man as well.
Yeah.
Hey, Mr.
So-
G, I was just telling Jeff a moment ago before you came in how much I enjoyed the show last night. So
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun. I had fun with Man Kid too, man. Learned a lot about him. So
I messaged him this morning. I was like, Mr. G, watching it with my wife. So literally we're just hanging out, eating breakfast, and then just watching the show. And it was fun. A lot of fun.
yeah, can't wait until next week, man. When we're all live, all together. You gonna film like protest?
That's gonna be sweet. All right.
Yeah, I got the new phone. I might actually film all of us. I don't know yet, so I'm thinking about it.
Right on. You should definitely. I would say do it. Why not?
Yeah.
I'm trying to do this with one hand, guys. So bear with me. I do apologize.
You'll be all right, man. It's not our fault this time. It's actually the weather in Florida's fault this time.
For sure. Exactly. That's one thing for sure. And they wrapped it pretty solid. So I'm gonna put you guys down for a second. Jeff, you have any other books, or Magic? You have any other books you want to show off in the meantime while
I can find books if
Yeah,
I have them near me.
I got the new recent pickups I got. This reminded me of Hobby. Silver coin.
Oh yeah,
That's the main. I think that's the real reason I picked it up. Not because it's what was it, like Ice Cream Man, supposedly. Because it's supposed to be short stories in it, like Ice Cream Man. And then my comic guy always recommends stuff, so I always pick it up sometimes. Sometimes I listen, sometimes I don't. And when I don't listen, it goes up to $100 book. So sometimes now I actually kind of listen every once in a while. Yep. This one I'll probably read tonight. I haven't read. Some of these I haven't read just yet. So I always
I
say,
actually
I'll get to it. I'll get to it. And I don't get to it.
I plan on picking that one up actually. So
No, okay. Yep. But make sure to pick it up from Brian, because anybody else is gonna charge you an arm and a leg for it now.
yeah, for sure. All right, so I do have the books here. They're from Source Point Press, which, for those who haven't listened to my podcast, I did. Jason Douglas from Source Point Press, he actually wrote a book called Parallel. So
Yep.
make sure you check him out. Highly recommend reading that book if you get the opportunity. And the guys from Comic Burrito ended up sending me this bad boy right here.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
The Black of Heart, issue 1.
I have it around here somewhere. I still haven't read it yet. I still gotta get a chance to read it.
Issue 2.
Mm.
And the covers look really, really interesting. So I'm about to open them up in a second and just see what it looks like on the inside.
Mm.
Issue 3.
Sometimes that stuff looks like trash, man. Sometimes.
Yeah,
The covers could look good and the interiors could look horrible.
for sure. And then issue 4. Issue 4 looks really, really sick. It almost looks like a helmet.
Okay.
And then it's like peacock style, if you will.
Oh, okay. That's supposed to be. It almost look like Joker's hair, almost from the way you had it.
Yeah. So I can show you guys the interior. I am going to go to the centerfold on this bad boy. Interior looks pretty interesting too.
Oh, that's good. That's always good. Okay, so it's black and white, so that's cool.
Yeah.
I'm actually looking forward to one book that's coming out in a little bit called The Good Asian. That's what I'm looking forward to. Yeah.
Sweet
So I'll
deal.
probably try to get him on, try to get that guy on my channel too. Like him, the guy that made the Damn Cursed Children one too. I still need to reach out to a couple of those guys. Just interview Asian creators pretty much. That's what I'm probably gonna start. That's another idea that I have. I got plenty of ideas. It's just trying to do it.
For sure. I feel you. So,
Yeah.
Comic Book Burrito, thank you guys. You guys rock. I'm definitely very, very interested in reading it. I like the stuff they do because I don't like horror at all. But when I read their stuff, I tend to enjoy it a lot. And I know that I've read Ogre from them. I've read, of course, Parallel. So I'm interested to see what this one's about. And thanks, Mr. G, as well.
You'll like the older vampies, man. They're not like horror. They're more like corny horror, like B movie horror type stuff. So you'll like that.
Sweet deal.
Some of it, not all of it, but some of those stories are.
There's one I'm on the hunt for you, actually. I've been on the hunt for some time now, so Magic's been trying to help me find out this issue, and I don't want to share it with you, but hopefully I can get this vampy. I've been on the hunt for like a few months now, just trying to figure this thing out.
I'm working on it.
Yeah.
But speaking of Comic Burrito, I see in the comment section that he mentions that he's from Michigan. So I'm just going to throw this out here just in the long shot that he would know or someone else from Michigan would know, because I have a very Michigan specific focused request that I've been trying to work on for a few years. So I have a really good friend that was hired in the 1990s. I'm guessing it's going to be around 93 or 94 or so, to play Cyclops at a Comic Con in Michigan. And I think it was a Wizard World Comic Con. And he got his picture taken with Stan Lee and a bunch of other people that were dressed as X-Men that were hired. And there was a big cake and everything. And one of the pictures got printed in a comic book magazine too. I'm trying to either find the comic book magazine or the comic book that picture was printed in, or more importantly, somehow where I can find an actual copy of the picture, because he doesn't have one. And he says he's standing right next to Stan Lee, and he, would love to have that for his scrapbook or something too. So if anyone has any idea how I could find or locate that picture from early to mid 90s taken in Michigan, please hit me up, because that's something I would love to freak my friend out with, by the fact that I actually was able to find one for him.
That'd be cool. That'd be a cool little gift.
That's pretty much a thing for the community. The whole community can help with that one, man.
Well, that's why I'm throwing it out right now. So anyone that has any idea or can put me on a lead somewhere to see where I could find one, it certainly would be appreciated.
Or anybody that collects Wizard World magazines. It could be in any of them.
That's a good idea too. Maybe it was in Wizard World where it was printed, not in a Marvel comic. I'm not sure, but he knows it was printed. But he would actually like to have an actual picture.
Yeah.
But he'd settle for the comic. But I'd like to try to help him out.
It could have been in a pamphlet or anything. It could be in
that.
It
True.
could be
a Comic Burrito. I can message you on IG when we get done with the show. I'll shoot you a message. I appreciate any feelers that you can put out for me. I've asked a few of the other collectors, like Comic Man Andy and Bear Island and stuff that are in Michigan to see if they had any idea. So
those guys are good, man. They'll end up finding it. So what?
I hope
Either
so.
Burrito's gonna find it, either Andy or one of those guys are gonna end up finding it. They're
I
gonna
hope
be like,
so.
oh, hey, look at that.
I'd love to surprise my friend with it. I'd actually love to see the picture myself too. So
that'd be pretty cool. I remember seeing Stan Lee, man. He's such an awesome dude. Honestly, if he was back here, I'd like vote Stan Lee in for president. That's how I've always voted. Is always vote Stan Lee, go Stan Lee. You can't go wrong. So, but yeah, it's such an awesome dude. I mean, that would be a really, really cool gift if you can get that. You mail it off to him, or you just like bring it to them, like, hey, so
yeah, I just give it to him because he lives, not far from me. So,
sweet deal.
Yeah,
awesome stuff. So, do you have any cons coming up for you, Magic, that are by you that you're interested in?
I'm interested in a bunch. There's actually one going on right now, this weekend in Madison, Wisconsin. It's going on in one of the old department stores that's abandoned in the Easttown Mall. Obviously I didn't make it to that. And then the weekend before, Madison had another comic show by a different company, and this was their first show that they had in 15 months. So stuff is starting to come back. I just got my first Fauci ouchie earlier this week. I will feel a little bit better once I got my second one, and we'll probably. I really wanted to go to both of them, but the one this weekend, I knew the space, that department store is pretty big, so I knew that it would probably be okay if I, safety wise. But I heard the one last weekend was still in a very tiny confined space, no social distancing at all, and I was very glad afterwards that I didn't go.
Yeah, like this year, that toy show, because last year that toy show was in a smaller convention hall. This year, they gave them the big. I guess they felt the fairgrounds wanted them to be in a bigger. Well, it didn't help that Florida. You know how Florida is. They have 3 shows going on at that fairgrounds. They had a gun show going on.
Oh,
they had a reptile show, and they had a comic and toy show. So you could have picked up comics. You could have picked up a reptile, and you could have picked up a gun to hunt for a reptile.
I might have picked up the gun first before I went to the reptile.
Exactly, just be on the safe side.
But I'm just saying,
because living in Wisconsin, alligators are such a huge concern for us here.
Me and Steve go pulling off, and then we go, oh yeah, the fairground. There's a lot of freaking cars. All these people are coming for the con. Come to find out, there's 3 damn cons going on. There's a reptile con. There's a freaking.
And was it packed?
Come to find out, it was like the gun show was packed. The gun show was packed, but our show wasn't even packed. It wasn't even that bad. It was enough. Yeah, it was enough room, but it was still a lot of people. But it was enough room where it felt spread out. We were still a little bit not distancing. Well, you saw the picture.
Okay, I need to know this, and I'm not saying this to make fun of people. I don't like making fun of people, and that's not my intention. But what does one do at a reptile show?
Reptile show, they sell reptiles. They're like rare reptiles at that. Some reptiles that you can't get a hold of, like here, or like certain ones that
some
are really
type of alligator mutation is what you're telling me.
Or alligator in general, just
like bearded dragons or monitors, stuff of that nature. Probably some 2-headed snakes.
But
great.
Stuff that's expensive, like in a normal pet shop, that would be expensive. A reptile show won't be as expensive. Like, let's just say you go get a bearded dragon. A normal pet shop would charge you more for a bearded dragon, because it's not, you know what I mean? It's not something there that they know about. It's something to get rid of, you know what I mean? But at a reptile show, the person raises them and knows them. They'll sell it for a little cheaper than a normal pet shop would, like a PetSmart or something like that.
And do people name their reptiles?
Yes.
My buddy did. My buddy named his.
Like, do they name it like reptile names, or do they name it stuff like Connie?
My buddy named his Gary.
Gary, okay.
Gary, yeah. And then he had snakes, and then he had, I think he had 3 of them. His little sister opened up the cage for it, and then out of nowhere, one day, there's no snake. We're like, what happened? And he's like, oh, my sister let it out and we can't find it. So they had 2 left. We used to feed it live mice. It never ate the live mice. It would just hang out in there for like a month, 2 months. And it's like, you now have to feed this mice because they're just hanging out, not eating. And then out of nowhere, there's 3 of them in his cage. Out of nowhere, he just ate them all. And then we lost him as well. Don't know what happened to him. He just disappeared. So there's only 1 available left out there.
Yeah. So that explains why Miami has so many damn pythons, huh?
I guess it does. So
Yeah.
I knew that Miami had a cougar because I've watched the Golden Girls.
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, like that. I go. That explains all those damn the pythons and stuff out there in Miami, huh? People
Absolutely,
leaving
man.
cages open, people leaving cages open, and people not being able to raise it and just leaving it out in the
And just
freaking
leaving it.
marshes.
For sure.
Good.
But
I
gents, I
like.
do have to run because this weather's getting
Yeah.
it's super, super bad over on this side.
Okay.
Well, it was fun. Thank you for having me on.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll do this again next weekend at the con. And then we'll try to go and do more shows at my channel as well. So you guys want to sound off of what you guys have going on?
Sure. I'll go first. Magic Lasso on YouTube. My name's Ryan. Check out my channel. Obviously, I'm a Wonder Woman fan by just the username alone. I dropped a video. I had an AOK from Jeff Schultz, Chicago Schultzy, that I opened up. That's on my channel. Coming up on Tuesday, I'm going to drop a video, some prize winnings from Super Russ 9000 and Jaguar. I have some other AOKs and a mystery box to open up and feature videos as well. Love connecting with the comic book community, so look for me. Magic Lasso on YouTube, I mentioned it. I'm at 449 subscribers, so so close to that 450 and then the push to 500. So check me out sometimes, sub me up, comment me up. Always love enjoying and interacting with the community, and I appreciate being on the show today.
Awesome, brother. Definitely awesome. And then Jeff, what you have going on, brother?
Well, tonight I got Extreme Dinner Table going on, so I'll have Anthony, I'll have Randall, and a couple other guests, but I'm trying to change it up a little bit and find female guests in general, like a female co-host. Well, I'm putting it out there now, so I'm gonna need a female co-host because I have an idea for the show and I need it like different point of views, pretty much. That's what I want to do, but I still haven't got nobody yet, but eventually.
For sure.
And then I have Cantonese Comic Wednesdays, and that's it. And then next week, we'll be at a con. Me, Cookie, Hialeah, and all of them will be at a con next week in Ocala, Florida. So check it out. Make sure to stay tuned. I might have a video up, or we may go live on Instagram when we're there. You never know. So make sure to be subscribed to me, Cookie, Hialeah, all of us. So just in case any of us go live next week.
Awesome stuff, dude. Awesome stuff. And then you guys who are in the chat, thank you guys so much for sticking around through all the craziness of Florida weather and in and out of service. I do apologize. But yeah, you guys, there's a link down in the description to below to these guys, so you can definitely go and check out their channels. Like I said, make sure you're subbing everybody up because there's a lot of good stuff happening throughout the community. I have my podcast is coming up on Tuesday, so be on the lookout for that or on the listen for that. You can find it everywhere you listen to podcasts. And then next week we have the show, of course, where we might be doing it at the con. Later on tonight at 9 o'clock, I have the show, which is Bored Annoyed with Movies. So definitely check us out as we review Mortal Kombat, the original, not the BS, but the original. So yeah, thank you guys so much. Thanks, panel. And I will catch you guys soon. Take care, y'all.
Bye.
Peace.